What's up, y'all? I am on the way to go run some errands. So I decided I would come and talk to y'all really fast. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to get you more straight. Let me try to, y'all work with me here. Damn, did I mess it up? That's just gonna have to do. Yeah, you guys. So, what's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. I know I'm in the midst of driving, y'all. Like I said, I'm on the way to run some errands, but I felt like this would still be a good time to come and talk to y'all about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Go ahead and knock this video out. I watched it like a few times, so come on, cars, let's go. Damn, I'm not gonna make it. So yeah, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they are in Portugal, you guys. And this trip is giving but not giving at the same time. Like, you can tell, like, for me, this season is like lukewarm, but in a weird, like, it's weird. Like, come on, trucks, I can go. Damn, car. Really? Sorry, y'all. I'm in the midst of driving and I ain't trying to wreck on camera. That would be embarrassing. Yeah, you guys. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're in Portugal. It's something about this season is just feeling really weird to me. And I don't know what it is, but let's go ahead and get into the episode, you guys. So, we are on, Drew Sidora's soapbox right now. She is, running outside crying because we don't know what's going on in her life. Clearly, we about to see next episode. Ralph, Pittman is on the rocks, point blank, period. And as of right now, though, she crying and she trying to tell everybody it's basically about the lawsuit that is going on, with the chef. And everybody's like, over $1,000. And she keep trying to tell everybody, no, it's more than that. Like, the lawsuit, and it's just really affecting my family. I just have so much going on that you guys don't know about. And that to me said enough. Like, I have so much going on that you guys don't know about, clue in on, don't know about. That for me was like the teller of, okay, here we go, it's about to start. And so she tried to tell Sheree, like, you didn't want to address my feelings. And Sheree was like, in her confessional, like, oh, it's really crazy because, like, Drew last season, she constantly wanted to bring up about me, me not paying people. I bring it up this season, and now she can't take it. And I would give Sheree that point. I really would. But the problem is, this was a point that y'all already addressed and rectified and had a resolution to earlier on in the season. Y'all both sat there with Kenya in the chairs and, kiboshed it all. So you can't, do a handshake and then come back on the back end and then start doing some, shady stuff, because y'all already, kiboshed it, like I said. So I would have gave Sheree that point of being valid, of bringing up, the stuff to be messy. But at the end of the day, like Drew said, we already talked about that. So that's the only thing I'm gonna be on Sheree's head top for. But overall, like, Sheree is doing a terrible job of being messy. Like, the way she's bringing it up, and I get it, Sheree, because you ain't got going on with she by she in. You trying to do your best by bringing up the problems in the group and everything, but the way that you're doing it, it's not working, first of all, and it's like not organic, and then secondly, the points that you bringing up, you the wrong messenger. I hate to break it to you. You shouldn't be bringing up nothing about nobody paying nothing, all right? That's not, that should be on you to bring up, all right? But yeah, no, so Drew's outside, Kenya's out there, all the other ladies is inside. Marlo's like, Kenny, you gonna check on Drew? She's like, no, I'm going to the bathroom. Because when Drew got up, Candy said, and scene, because she was crying. And I think Candy was thinking like the rest of us, like, all of this? Like, she's like, I done seen Drew, like, talk about more serious stuff and she ain't even cried as bad. Like, come on. But come to find out, like on Candy Speak on it, a couple people were saying that Candy said on her speak on it that the producers basically was like, okay, y'all, like, we're gonna have to talk about some stuff. Like, we need to have like some serious moments. And after that, all of a sudden, Drew's coming with the, you guys don't know what I'm going through. And so for Candy, she kind of feels like, Drew, you took it the wrong way. Like, Drew, like, this wasn't what they were asking for type situation. So when they were talking about, let's talk about serious stuff, like, talk about your relationship, not give us, oh, the crying over the tears. But I don't think she was ready to address like the divorce with Ralph. Like, understandable, but I mean, don't do this, because that was whack. So Kenya's like, well, how many of us is it here? And Sheree's like, 8. And she was like, girl, we can get that together, make this girl go away, because this is stupid. So Drew stopped crying, she go in, everybody's, you know, like, you know, back inside, and everybody's like, so y'all are good, like, what's up, y'all okay? And Sheree and everybody's like, yeah, we good, you know, she's just saying like she was just going through so much. And then Sanya said something like, oh, you know, this is the first time Drew's been real vulnerable, so, you know, I think we should give that or something like that, just for my 2 cents. You know, just put my 2 cents on the table. And then Candy said, well, you can take your 2 cents and keep it, basically. And so then when Sheree sat down at the table, she was like saying like how, was that what she said that she had an issue with Candy? No, was it? I'm trying to think. Because did they sit down another time? I think so. Oh, I think it was about like when they finally sat back down, Sheree brought up like the issue Drew had with Candy about saying like she wasn't being, like, basically she was acting essentially. And so she kept trying to look at Sheree like, yeah, Sheree. And Sheree was like, no, we're talking about Candy now. Like, she was like, our scene is done, Drew. Like, let's move on to Candy, because Candy, she need to get some filming in, because Candy really is half-ass in this season, y'all. Like, we really got to be honest. Like, Candy is half in, half out. And as much as y'all want to be like, oh, you know, the OGs, like, it really is time to let them go. I think they have ran their course. Kenya is not going to be the Kenya that we've used to, like, had. Like, Candy, like, yeah, she gave us, you know, stuff in the beginning of the season, so she feel like she's done enough. Like, I think, like, it's time to let them go. But nonetheless, so she looked at Candy and was like, oh, you know, I hurt my feelings that you thought it was acting or whatever. And she was like, Drew, just straight up, like, I've seen you handle more serious stuff and not cry like that, so that's why I was confused. And she was like, it's just a lot of stuff going on. And so everybody was like, okay. So then, who brought it up about Candy not showing up? Oh, Kenya. Because somebody was like, well, Kenya, you said that, you know, you kind of feel some type of way about Candy not being there. And I think Kenya was shocked when it got brought up. I think it was Sonya that may have brought it up. Sonya or Sheree. And she was like, yeah, you know, Candy, you know, you've missed some things. And Candy was just like, you know, I have a lot going on. You know, when you've lost something, you just want to do everything to hold it. You want to keep on to it. And it's like, yeah, when you look at Candy's life, you're like, damn, Candy, like, you really do kind of have enough. And from a money standpoint, well, our broke asses, we looking at Candy like, girl, you really could take a break. But for Candy, it's like she's got so many grand ideas she wants to accomplish. When you're a goal-oriented person, there kind of isn't like a stop button, unfortunately. And Candy, that's where you're going to F up, because you're missing your children growing up. We saw the calls from Ace. We saw Riley talking about how you and Todd should have had no more motherfucking kids. So, and then the ladies bringing up, you know, like self-care. When do you fit yourself into it? And Candy's like, I ain't had no self-care in a minute. So it's like, Candy, like, yes, you can still accomplish these things, but it doesn't all have to be like right now. Like, you can pace yourself, you know, and space yourself out. You've earned that time. So yeah, that's kind of like where that ended. I think it's the next day now, and everybody's getting ready to leave. Did they have breakfast? And then Candy, everybody's basically getting ready to leave on the bus. Kenya's late as always. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that pisses me off. Kenya feels like, we the OGs, we get to be late, and it's always Kenya's old bubble cemented ass that's always late. I'm sorry, Kenya, but everybody knows your ass is fake, okay? It's full of chicken grease and silly putty, okay? So I know you don't want to admit it, but halfway we know. But yeah, so Kenya's always effing late, and so by the time she come out, her ass, hit the real help. I've fallen and I can't get up. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Kenya put 20 on 10. I'm sorry. I feel like Candy and Kenya probably was talking about the next scene, next table. They probably didn't feel like doing it. Kenya, probably, was like, girl, we gotta film tomorrow with these hoes. Like, we gotta deal with the fake drama they trying to give us. And Kenya knows the girls are trying to pick beats with her to get the old Kenya back, And so I think she used going to the hospital as a cop-out, like, for filming. And then she brought Candy with her because Candy over it too. So I think that's why she asked Candy, but I actually think Candy genuinely wanted to go this time, with the girls, because y'all know Candy love to eat. So she missed a good old meal. So Courtney messy ass talking about, the universe has a funny way of karma. And I'm not gonna lie, let's not lie, y'all. There was a little bit of everybody who thought that Courtney was just dumb enough to say it out loud and shady enough to say it out loud. But at the end of the day, it's like, girl, slippery when wet. So you gotta watch yourself. So the girls head out, they go to like the market, they see Portugal. Kenya, her ass was there all day with Candy. They call her, she's stuck there. So then the girls feel, when Courtney said that to Drew's kind of like, I don't know like that. And then when the girls get to the pottery, they basically let Drew know, well, Candy girl, she was like, and scene. And she didn't, she wasn't necessarily believing all that juice she was putting on everything. And so people look at Drew like she not gonna dress Candy, because most people don't want to dress Candy. People look at Magneta and feel like she different, when she gets around Kenya and Candy. And she kind of is, y'all, let's not lie. But all the ladies, they go out and they enjoy the food. The food did look good. They talking and everything, basically about Marlo would be messy. Oh, it's amazing how when we go, when Candy and Kenya go, we all get along. And it's like, girl, shut up. It ain't got nothing to do with them. Y'all just don't have no OGs to pop at, because at the end of the day, all the newbies or the new girls, Marlo, you literally gone after Candy and Kenya all season. Courtney's gone after Kenya. You gone after Kenya. You gone after Candy. Girl, shut up. So, the girls call from the hospital. They basically we're gonna be here all day. The girls gonna do the pottery. Sonia and Magneta, they kind of do a fake, get hype with each other. Girl, what you talking about? When you was talking to me like this, and then after that they go and sing. So Drew kind of feels picked at a little bit. So she's like, I just really feel like they're, picking at making fun of me or whatever. So then they all get back to the hotel. Candy and them, they meet them back in the hotel, decide to do a nightcap in. They do a little slumber party and, eat food or whatever. Then they start talking about what's going on in everybody's life. And so Sonia, she kind of tears up and basically was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm realizing it's time for me to grow up. I have pictured in my mind, what this life was gonna look like, and I'm realizing it just can't look like that. Basically, she thought she was gonna have this whole life where everybody just stayed on the one roof, so her kids can get watched, because she knows at the end of the day she don't have help with them motherfucking kids. Ross ass always in Austin. I know he want the people out, but Sonya low-key don't want the people out, because bitch, where's my help? At the end of the day, bitch, where's my help? And so the sister, you gonna have to leave, and your man gonna have to find a job, okay? He gonna have to find a job. Y'all need to stop mooching off Sonya. And then you can't keep getting upset that Sonya's treating you like ass, because at the end of the day, like, she kind of feels like you're at her disposal because, ho, you living rent free. I hate to say it that way, but ho, you living rent free. And the arrangement just isn't working no more. It's time for both y'all to separate. As much as y'all love to hate each other and hate to love each other, it's time for y'all to separate. Go on. Sonya's sister, your husband, you need to figure out what job he want to have. And Sonya, you need to start requiring your husband to be a daddy. Point blank, period. So then we get to Sheree feeling not supported. I just feel like you guys, like, I'm just still waiting on y'all for y'all to purchase y'all orders. Everyone's like, Sheree, girl, we tried to purchase your orders multiple times. Like Sonya said, at some point, it's like, girl, we got lives. We can't stop every minute of every day to check, oh, Sheree website up, because most likely the shit ain't. And so everybody go to Sheree website. She's like, yeah, because I gave you $5,000. Like, those are two separate things, Sheree. Like, two separate things. Like, you giving $5,000 should have nothing to do with people trying to support you, because first of all, supporting you was all of a year and a half ago when She by Sheree flopped. Okay? People trying to support you a year ago, and that's just now. So, where is she at? Sorry y'all. So, everybody's looking at Sheree like, come on, girl. Like, girl, stop it. And so, I'll catch y'all later. Hey y'all, what's up? You see I'm back home. I just want to finish this Housewives of Atlanta video really quick. Basically, we are, at the end of the episode with Sheree, and she's looking at the other ladies like, y'all don't support me, y'all ain't buying stuff. Sonya, I gave you $5,000, and she's like, yeah, Sheree, and I appreciate it, but at the end of the day, like, your website ain't been up. And Sheree like, girl, people still talking about how they not even getting orders from you. You shot yourself in the foot because you refused to acknowledge or just admit to the girls, like, maybe you went about, your stuff the wrong way because you don't want to seem like you messed up, your ego's bruised. And, Candy, when you and Candy had that argument at the damn park, she literally told you how she tried to offer help and you try to put it like, oh, I'm not coming to you for fashion advice. Girl, it ain't got nothing to do with fashion. It's got everything to do about business. And because you refuse to, one, spend the money, two, actually get people who know what they're doing, this is why you're going to continue to be in the same situation. You done messed up. She don't got it. She got it from the dollar store. She it ain't sending. She don't exist. It's about to be she gotta sell it. You have to sell the name She by Sheree. And then Chateau Sheree gonna be up next. Like, your ego is going to literally have a foreclosure sign on the outside of that house, because, girl, we know you struggling to pay for that house. Point blank, period. Which is why you being hella messy this season the way you are. But nonetheless, the ladies after that, purchased some items. Let's see if they get it. What else happened? I think they talked to Marlo. I think about Scott Lee. The ladies did. There was a part where the ladies were talking about, like, how they were surprised that Marlo brought the guy around, so fast. And I kind of low-key feel the same way. Like, girl, Marlo, you met this nigga once and you already giving him, like, show access. But I think Marlo did that because she knows she needs something that, like, she can't keep using the girls as, like, her quote-unquote storyline. Like, Scott Lee is another avenue for her, like, to be on the show. Like, even though that is trash, because when he said he got a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, and now he ain't got nobody, so you out here just, whoops, sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to show y'all the goods. It's hot in my house, so that's why I'm, got the tank top on. The fact that he has a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old lets you know that he just be out here like, for real. But that's Marlo. So after the camera's gone, all the ladies, turn up, eat, drink, all that stuff. And then the conversation of Drew last year in the whole Bolo situation. Y'all know the iconic Big Bolo, Big Daddy Zick. He had the ladies, acting a plum fool. Like Portia said, which one of you hoes eat me out tonight? So basically, gets brought up how Drew kissed Toya. And Drew's like, that didn't happen. And Kenny's like, I'm not gonna do this because, like, now you calling me a liar. Like, first of all, we all know Candy don't drink. So she was sober. Ain't no blaming it on the reposado. Ain't no blaming it on the goose. Got you feeling loose. Blame it on the Tron. Got your panties on. Okay? And ain't no blaming it on the alcohol. And Marlo, she's like, Drew kissed Toya like 80%, but damn, Drew's such a good liar. I'm questioning it. Drew, it's okay. It's okay that you had a little lesbianist moment. Like, it happens. Like, girl. But obviously, we know she has a religious background. The people's up in the churches, and it's not God, okay, to be out here, lips in the women, okay? And so, although Drew might, want a little bit of taste of the cootie cat, and the famous words of Jocelyn the cootie cat, she don't want the family to know. But now you got Candy, tight, because at the end of the day, like, I'm a person of principle. It may seem like the smallest thing, but to me, principle matters. And it's like, now you flat out call me a liar. And if I know for a shadow of a doubt I'm not lying about nothing, I'd be like Candy, like, girl, you not finna play me because you don't want to own up to your shit. And Drew was like, no, because even Toya, she even, came to my husband and apologized about, not telling the truth at the reunion, because the Toya at first did say, like, girl, we had a lesbian moment, but Drew's like, but she came back and apologized. Girl, she did come back and apologize. It was faking, it was just, she did it basically to put a band-aid over it, essentially. But I think also too, Drew's not trying to give, because Ralph's looking for any reason to be mad at Drew and to hold something over her head, because he knows at the end of the day, he out here doing shit. He out here in Vegas, can't be trusted, out here getting coconut oil rubbed on his body and cheating out here with the women's. Nigga, we still don't know where you was at in Florida for 3 days. Like, he's doing stuff like that. He's doing stuff like telling Drew, girl, you don't deserve filet mignon. Your ass really deserve a Lunchable. Like, Ralph knows he effing up. And so Drew, I think on top of that, on top of not trying to have, the pastor parents look at her like, you out here moving like a Jezebel, like a little lesbian Jezebel. In combination with trying to make sure Ralph don't have any other reason to, use her as a scapegoat for, divorce. But Candy was pissed off. She like, man, if that's what you're gonna do, Drew, like, I'm out of here. Like, I'm not finna play this game with you. And then we see kind of like, it's like, oh, like months later, or like following up, and we see obviously the divorce stuff and Drew with that girl Ty. I mean, I'm not even into women's like that, but I can see how Ty's pulling on the ladies. She has a very sexy, androgynous type of energy for the women's. Like I said, I'm not into girls, but like I still understand how girls could be attracted to Ty. Like, she's still like a gorgeous woman, and she has like she carries that masculine feminine energy. So Drew might have been like, a little interested. She might have got the, as the Brits say, the fanny flutters. She might have felt a little jump down there and was surprised because at the end of the day, she's so emotionally turned off from Ralph at this point. I think she's looking for the type of emotional connection and that women can offer, because we tend to be more emotionally, in tune. And so Ty probably offered that, a listening ear. She probably offered, some reassurance, just like conversation. And, for Drew, that kind of might have made her be like, ooh, wait a minute. So Ralph, of course, looking at her like, what did you do? and she's sitting there crying in the confessional, and it's like, Drew, shit. Oh, they did ask Drew about dropping with Drew, and she dropped her legs. Talking about, we still doing dropping with Drew. Okay. So, all right, girl, but that body ain't giving dropping with Drew. I ain't mean to be, but I'm just gonna tell the truth. The body ain't giving dropping with Drew. But yeah, you guys. So next episode, we're gonna see how this plays out. Y'all tell me how you feel about this season. Do you guys feel like Sheree wild for being the one to bring up the mess, and get mad at the ladies for not, so quote unquote supporting? Do you guys feel like Candy lying? Do you guys feel like Drew lying? Who you think lying? And what do you guys think about Real Housewives in general? What do you guys see for the future of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I will catch you later. Bye.